This 3-day workout split completely changed my training and recovery after 50. I'm about to share every detail of this plan with you. Today I'm walking you through the perfect 3-day workout plan for men over 50. And this isn't theory. This is exactly how I train right now to build muscle, to protect my joints, and to keep progressing in my fitness goals. So if you're over 50 and you want a smart, proven workout plan, you need to check this out. This is a 3-day per week split that gives each muscle group enough recovery time while keeping intensity high. And let me say this, you don't have to do my workout. You may do a group of exercises you enjoy that I don't include in my plan. If that's the case, always do what works best for you and what you enjoy. But perhaps this plan can be formulated around your exercises, and that will help you to accomplish the same goals. So here's how I break it down. On Mondays, I do chest, calves, and abs. On Wednesday, I do back, triceps, and biceps. And on Friday, I do shoulder and legs. So every movement follows my 3-set method. Set 1 is a light warm-up. Set 2 is a working set, 12 to 15 reps, just shy of failure. And set 3 is a drop set. Last 2 go to failure. As for rest periods, here's what I do, but don't get too caught up in exact rest intervals. And what I mean by that is you may find you need a little bit more than 45 seconds from set 1 to set 2. If so, take a few more seconds. The same between sets 2 and 3. You may need a little bit more than 75 to 90 seconds. The key is that your body must be completely ready for the challenge you'll give when it gets to that second and third set, especially the third set. So if you need a full 2 minutes between sets 2 and 3, take it. And perhaps over time you can shorten that interval slightly. What I do for rest intervals is this. I take 30 to 45 seconds between my warm-up and my first working set. I then take between 75 and 90 seconds between my working set number 2 and the third set, which is the working drop set. If you want more detail on the 3-set approach that I do, check out my video, How Many Sets Do You Really Need After 50? In that video, I break down in detail how to perform this 3-set method. So I'm going to link that video in the description and you can go check that out at the conclusion of this video. That's going to help you to tie together with this particular workout plan. Now that we have the basics of my routine in terms of workout days and sets, I now want to show you how many exercises you should be performing for each muscle group. This is important because I think sometimes we have the tendency to do too many exercises for a muscle group, and it's really not necessary. So here's the exercises I include in my 3-day workout plan and in the order for how I perform them and the days I perform them. First is day 1. This is my Monday workout. I do chest and I do 4 exercises and I do them in this order. I do Smith machine press, incline dumbbell press, chest dips, and cable flies to finish it off. Feel free to share your exercises of choice in the comments section below. You'd be surprised how helpful that info is for others. I like seeing also what you guys are doing, okay? So after chest is calves. For calves, I do seated calf raises followed by standing calf raises. And then abs. I do kneeling cable crunches and I do machine crunch. So with my Monday workout, I get a solid mix of pressing, flies, and core-focused ab work, all with control and smart volume. Then for day 2 would be my Wednesday workout. I'm doing back, triceps, and biceps. For my back, I do 4 exercises. I do seated row, reverse grip lat pull downs, bent over cable rows, and incline face down dumbbell flies. These 4 exercises give me horizontal and vertical pulling movements, plus a rear delt and lower trap finisher for posture and balance. On the triceps, I'll only do 2 exercises. I do a V-bar press down and I do overhead V-bar extensions. 2 movements that work all 3 heads of the triceps. Great pairing with back day since there's no overlap. And then on biceps, I do 3 exercises. But really, 2 exercises is sufficient for biceps. I'll tell you why I do that in a minute. I do a reverse grip lat pull down, and I focus on slower movements, and I focus on the bicep, not the lats in this case. In my opinion, this exercise could be the #1 biceps exercise outside of chin-ups. That's a powerful statement. Then I do incline dumbbell spider curls. And followed after that, I do rope hammer curl. Now, I finish off with rope hammer curls because it just gives me a good pump in an already exhausted bicep muscle. These are 3 movements that build shape and size plus forearm thickness. That's also something that I get out of those rope hammers. Now comes day 3, which is shoulders and legs. On shoulders, I only do 2 exercises. And I want to tell you, be careful not to overdo shoulders, as they do get a lot of work from other movements, especially your front delts and your rear delts. So when you're performing these other exercises in this workout, if you're doing the ones I'm showing you, you're going to find your shoulders are getting a lot of work already. So I only focus on 2 exercises, and they are side cable lateral raises and overhead dumbbell press. Simple, targeted shoulder work, enough to grow, not enough to beat up the joints. And then for my legs, I do leg extensions, and I always do leg extensions first. I follow that with leg press, hack squats, and leg curls. Now let me say this, I always start with leg extensions for a reason. And that reason is it prevents me from having to lift as heavy on my other movements and exercises that I do. By starting with leg extensions, I'm pre-exhausting the quads, allowing me to go into the leg press with a much lighter weight than I otherwise would have to use. And I still get big results. This protects my knees, it lowers my joint stress, and it still gives me everything I need for that muscle growth. I also walk daily, except Saturdays. Since it's the day after legs, I don't mess with walking the day after I do legs. I just do 20 to 30 minutes a day, and I believe that is enough to boost recovery, support heart health, and stay lean. And when I'm walking, most of the time I'm walking fasted, and that's important, I believe. And in an upcoming video, I'm going to be talking about walking fasted and show you some of the benefits of doing that. So that's going to be coming sometime down the line, and I can't wait to do that one. As for rest intervals between exercises, I personally like to do 2 to 3 minute intervals before starting the next exercise. But again, you may prefer a little more or a little less of a rest period. That is individual based, so you can figure that one out and see what works best for you. Now that I've shared my 3-day plan with you, the only thing left for you to do is go get fit.